Sure.
Ambush!
You ready? Here's a taste of the abyss. Hurts, don't it?
Come on!
Hit him where it hurts. I'll make it painless. I'm here. Where'd he go? Don't get hit. Wanna know what lurks in the darkness? Blast power attack!
No! Don't lose your head. Warning. Increase. Very well then. Now, set the explosives. Go! Damn! It's still moving. Why?
Warning, fire control.
The target's hull has been damaged. Ether activity is steadily increasing.
That's no good. We're not doing enough damage to stop it. Oh gosh, how could this— Betty, what now? Any contingency strategy? You're asking me? Of course I'm asking you. You're that child's mechanic. You know it inside and out. The logic core is already corrupted. I can't command it. Pull yourself together. Now's not the time to be pessimistic.
Careful! That mech's attacks are growing in
Are there any software vulnerabilities we can exploit? Any hardware damage? Contingency protocols? Run. What's that? Run! Just run! I admit it. I plagiarized your data framework. I just built a simulation. I don't know how to deal with this situation. Let's run. Our weapons aren't enough to deal with it, and it will only get more dangerous as it corrupts. So, what about your mission, then? I'll explain things to them and let this crazy piece of metal, and we can still call up the HIA to come take care of it. What kind of joke is that? Ah! I've never heard Grace roar like that. So? Why can't we run away? Anyone with common sense would do the same. We're facing an experimental weapon that's out of control, and our only control tool— I know what you're thinking. You just won't give up on that mech. You want to save it like it's a person, but this— Enough with all your nonsense. Leaving problems behind for someone else to handle. You're just sure— You're that child's mechanic. It's your response— Run away? Have you thought about how many other people would be risking their lives? I did. Hand over the control panel. Huh? What do you— Take back control. Take back control of the logic core while it's being corrupted? You said that you only built an emulated control layer, right? If the central control system— But that'll be almost impossible unless— Frosty Cold Iron Whip.
Huh?
Isn't that the name you've been mocking me with? If you need some magic, don't you need a witch on your side?
Ready? Hit him where it hurts. Here's a taste of the abyss. Hurts, don't it?
Come on! Put your hands up!
Who's the hunter? And
I'll do my best!
no escape. Found your weakness. Potential energy.
Final warning!
The final act begins now.
Set in position. I'll bring you to justice myself.
Hit him where it hurts. I'll make it.
James, time to rotate.
Here we go. Stand still. Found your weakness. Once.
Its main control system's damaged. Now's the time. Betty, give me the control panel.
What? Here.
Cut autonomous order percentage. Switch permissions to G44. Ceasefire control radar module. Change power distribution to manual. Restart energy pump. Too slow. Its logic core is out of control. We won't make it. Is the soft reboot button in the middle of its frame?
Yeah. Wait, you want to try a manual reboot? Are you out of your mind?
Isolate and disable weapons.
It's done. Oh dear. What? What a good kid. Welcome back.
Marisa la cámara, afuera. Marisa la cámara, afuera.
Yikes! I never expected those PubSec agents to come so fast. I didn't get a chance to appreciate that kid's insulation coat as much as I would a texture, despite all the battle damage. Grace, you're awesome!
Looks like Grace isn't a machine maniac with the screw loose. Her wealth of
Hey, that was rude. Do you think it's easy being... As an apology, I'll let you give me this cute little thing to pet. I mean, research for a few days.
Mayor, para que veas lo que es caminar.
We'll never hand Dios over to you.
Betty. Betty Brenda!
If you want to laugh at me, be my guest. I've got nothing to say.
Great job constructing that emulated control layer.
Huh?
The voice print conversion command was so good I almost got fooled. Even though the incomplete data framework caused lots of operational errors and low efficiency, there's still lots of room for improvement. If you're interested in Personality OS research, I can give you some sample data from our prototype. Of course, you'll have to wait until your suspension is over and you've regained your mechanics license.
I lost. Completely, thoroughly.
You're still willing to give her sample data?
Proxy, have you heard of horse? Industrial machinery usually has a horsepower of several hundred or several thousand. Don't you think this is a real boon for horses? Because these machines end up saving hundreds of them from the pain of manual labor. People are just the same. An industrial machine can save dozens of engineer teams from hollow-related danger, and a tactical mech can... And me? Actually, I can't say that I simply love machinery. All I'm infatuated with is the prospect of saving humans from getting ruined inside the hollows, and sparing their families all the suffering and grief. I may have destroyed many times the machines that my peers, indirectly or otherwise, have. So that's really why I'm a witch, you know? Even if it makes me cry. But if there were more witches like me in New Eridu's future, just a few more people willing to care for these...
Pleased to meet you. I'm Public Security Officer Ching Yi. May I know the specific request you have for Public Security Community Service?
Shh, hold on for...
Oh, is that you, Manager? My apologies. I didn't recognize you while I was in autopilot mode.
If even androids can understand the meaning of life, then perhaps humans can too.
Finished. What a classic.
What are you watching so intently?
Endbringer 2! Have you seen it, Chingy?
Hold on. Just give me a second. And done. It's about an E-800 model android protecting a little girl amidst the perilous apocalypse, supporting each other through thick and thin. They gradually become attached to one another, but in the end have no choice but to part ways.
So you actually went and looked up spoilers.
I didn't look up spoilers. I simply extracted the movie from the database for data analysis and pattern recognition.
Master, this is technical jargon of an advanced artificial consciousness. Yes, Qingyi essentially read spoilers.
The smart voice assistant you two are using seems to have quite the unique personality setting loaded into it. Ah, right. I happen to have a work-related matter which requires your assistance. I need to horror movies to be exact. With mysterious forces at play, the more the better.
Huh? Just curious.
I can tell you find the whole thing a little unusual too. Actually, I also think this community service is somewhat dull.
Which is why you activated autopilot mode, right?
Tedious. Ha, ha. It all began when the bigwigs at Public Security. As a result, who else other than office citizens have a real need to face the hollows and can't always. If only every public security off. Once we establish trust between citizens.
Oh!
Indeed. Zhu Yuan proposing such a comprehensive...
It is a good plan. However, for some reason, I sense that you two might not be completely. Never mind. I suppose I'm not entirely sincere myself. Mainly due to the absurd demands citizens. For example, testing whether their fiancé would flirt with other women behind their back. Or, I suspect there's some mysterious force. What's worse is my assigned partner today. Ugh, that guy. One second he's proclaiming that though community service, he's determined and dedicated to take it. He goes bolting off on another case somewhere. Young people these days.
Not every young person is like that, you know. If you need a partner, count me in. Solving cases with a public security officer.
I never expected the manager to be interested in.
I think Belle just wants to show off and strut around with the public security badge.
If the manager is willing to assist. However, giving you a badge is out of the question. Nominally appointing you as an assistant public...
Then you go ahead, Belle. I'll look after the store.
And I'll go ahead and clear up the other community service appointments first.
Oh, ya comieron. Oh no, digo.
Wanna be my research?
To what do I owe the pleasure? Good day, Proxy.
A mission? Take me along!
No need to jump to any strange conclusions, Holly. Just tell me what's the matter. Okay. Actually, it's missing. There doesn't seem to... Have you been to the public security office with your parents recently? No, we haven't. Dad said since we just moved away from the old metro zone, we don't have the... I'm really worried.
That's terrible.
The assistant public security officer is right. A disappearance is not a trivial matter and must be handled by public. Do you have a photo of Teddy? Yes, I have tons. At least I did. But during our move, because we were in a hurry... Not a problem. Now, I will ask you a few questions. You must think the more accurate your answers. Height? Teddy is exactly 20 centimeters shorter than me, so he's 101 centimeters tall. He's heavier than me. Can you describe the color and style of clothes? A blue shark onesie. So, Teddy must... Whoa, you can really draw, Miss Off. Your case is now accepted, Citizen Hawk. Oh, thank you so much. Dad, don't worry. Public Security Officer Ching Yi will be on, but there's one last question I need you to answer. Okay. When and where did you last see Teddy? It was at the Gravity Cinema. I wanted popcorn, so Teddy went out to buy some. Gravity Cinema?
That does seem strange. Let's go investigate.
Good. But first, I need to escort Holly home. Let's meet later.
Ah, ya me acordé que tenía que hacer. Dejé de hablar con papá. Judging from your appearance, it seems like you found something.
Take a look, Chingy. Not bad for an assistant. Manager, why did you pick up so much trash? Trash? So, it's all useless, huh? Completely normal for a first investigation. After all, evidence doesn't just fall. Let me analyze these videos. Then, together with... Wait a minute. I picked it up earlier. It's a signed poster and seemed collectible, so I thought I'd take it home. It has value as a collectible? Then it should... Without the manager's deep knowledge of films, I might have overlooked this. The handwriting is a bit smudged, but you can still make out... If it was dropped by Teddy, it's worth further investigation. Let me scan it. Look, there's residue of a strong reaction from an item outside a hollow contaminated with this actually makes our search. I've also made some progress. If it's related to the disappearance, then the vehicle might also be contaminated with etheric residue. Let's go and check it out. Very good, Assistant Public Security Officer. As I suspected, there's residue... Oh, then is it, No, that's not how this works. Criminal investigation requires concrete evidence. We need to keep calm. Etheric residue is indeed suspicious, but this is new Eridu after all. There are various causes for contamination with etheric residue. No worries. I'll handle surveillance of the car. Are you sure you'll be okay if you don't rest at all, Qingyi? Zhuyuan always expresses the same. Everyone is acting like this. Zhuyuan, Holly, and humans are indeed an interesting species, projecting so much emotion onto things that are not even alive. Though helping citizens is part of a public security officer's duties, Teddy is just a bang-boo. In the end, the existence of intelligent machines is to be discarded in place of humans when danger arises. Take me, for example. Despite being an advanced model known as a 01NG6 criminal investigation automaton, I'm essentially... And regarding life and death, I believe Teddy and I are identical. Neither of us... I really didn't expect Holly to be so upset. I'm no expert, but the purpose of intelligent machines definitely isn't just to... A most interesting species. Don't worry. Bang-boo or automaton, we are not as fragile as humans. Today's investigation was very fruitful. With these, if there's anything I need help with in the future, I'll be sure to contact you.